Hello and welcome to my new video. Repair kit, people. Repair kit. In this video, what I'm going to do, because I've got an issue, I had a loose rear shocker and I thought, why is that loose? So I identified the issue and then I inadvertently over tightened this ball joint, which resulted in damaged wishbone. Yeah, it damaged my wishbone. This is my vintage wishbone. This is my T1128 Cougar 2 wishbone, which I use on my Franken Cougar, which is still good condition, but I over tightened and damaged it. But anyway, in this repair kit, I'm sure that drill looks bent. You get a drill which looks bent. So when you're repairing threads, you've got to be delicate. Yeah, very delicate. You drill your hole, which you get supplied. I should measure that drill. I'm not sure how big it is. It's bent anyway, so I need to replace that. You get a tap, which you tap into your component. This particular component is a wishbone. My vintage Franken Cougar 2 wishbone, which it will go again, except for I want to put the suspension in this third hole. Yeah, it is the best position and I've abused it. I over tightened this because the suspension ball joint came loose and I thought, what's wrong with that? So I gave it a few turns and my bony fingers damaged it. So ordinarily you'd think I'll move the hole, I'll use a different hole, but yeah, using a different hole on my setup doesn't work. So this call it the third hole, is essential to my setup, and the wishbone's in very good condition. It's just this particular hole. Yeah, I'm sure it says T1128 Cougar 2 wishbone. Anyway, let's not talk rubbish. So I've drilled my hole and now I'm tapping said hole with this tap, and I'm using a pair of pliers to turn it, which really you could do with a proper tool which locks into your tap, which I might have one in the garage, but I didn't bother looking. But anyway, so I drilled my hole as squarely as possible. Just if you do this, be careful to get your hole drilled correctly. And this is quite an essential part as well. Tapping the component. Quite essential. You need it nice and straight. Let's clear out any plastic out of there. So that's the two easy bits done. This is the tool. It's very strange. This is the stainless steel thread repair. I mean, I think Helicoil is a trade name for this particular part. This isn't a Helicoil kit, so we can't call it an Helicoil. We are going to call it a steel coil, hardened steel coil. So this tool basically does it for you. If you see, it's got a very small area to line it up with, so you've got to hold it square, and because it's plastic it goes in quite easily. This is the hardened steel coil into the plastic. I think you can get thread inserts where you can push them in via melting the plastic. You can do that in 3D printed parts, but I've not tried it in these injected molded parts. But anyway, I went for the steel coil method. It's a very cheap kit. I think it was less than 20 quid on the Amazon. So anyway, my coil is in, I mean, it's the second one I've done, but I always sit the coil a few millimeters below the surface. This allows you to line up your ball joint or your screw before you actually touch the hardened steel coil. Now I'm tapping or pushing off the tag off the bot. Where is it? Oh, well, it's pinged somewhere. But anyway, there's a hardened steel tag on the bottom of the coil. You use the tag to screw it in, so it needs to be removed so you can get a screw through the thread. So once you remove the tag, that's it. You've basically done it. Plus, you cannot move the insert again. That's it. It's locked in position. I think I might use some thread lock when I don't know. You can use thread lock when you've finished. You can put a little bit on to secure your ball joint or your screw. But this is quite nice. Look at that. Look how nice that's going in. No issue there. I mean, if you consider this as an option to repair your component, like your wishbone, I mean, there's many applications. You could use this on many components. I mean, I've done this symmetrically. I've done my other wishbone as well, just to make sure. I did the other one first. I thought, ooh, this is good. Look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. And I've got a few. Oh, here we go. Because I've got big bore big bore shock absorbers on my Franken-Cougar, it might be the issue why it put a bit more pressure on my ball joint. I don't know. But anyway, because of the big bore, I've had to space the ball joint out. So all this is putting pressure on the hole. Look at that, nice and tight. That. Oh, no over tightening there. I am proper swinging on that. My bony fingers, proper swinging on that ball joint. I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy indeed. This is a well-used wishbone. Yeah, T1128 Cougar 2 wishbone. And that's it then, people. Very simple repair. I'm very happy with it. Cheap repair kit off the Amazon. M3 stainless steel coil. And that's it. Comprehensive kit. All done. And thank you very much for watching, people. And later.